doing? This is Coach D. This is Interviews on Demand by Code 31. I have a very special guest tonight. Introduce yourself, young man.
What it do with the business is, it's your boy Mochavation. There you know.
And I know that you're from Cincinnati, Ohio. How do you feel about receiving your plaque tonight?
Man, I give all the glory to the Most High, you know. Like I said in my speech, you know, it's a humbling feeling, you know. I try to be humble and be just level-headed in everything I do, you know. I give the glory to the Most High.
Amen on that one. First, I want to roll it back real quick and say, welcome to New York.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
We appreciate you coming all the way from Cincinnati, Ohio to be in our presence.
Nah, for real.
We appreciate that. So, being that you're from Ohio, isn't that where Bow Wow is from?
That's what they say.
That's what they say, but you never seen
We
it.
don't know. I don't know. You know?
So how long you been doing this? Like, give us, take me back real quick. Let them know where Motivation came from, how this everything started.
9 years old. I've been doing music since I was 9 years old, so
okay.
It just always transcended. I was gangster moch at first, you know what I mean?
Okay.
And I needed something a little marketable later on in my years and stuff, so I ended up with Motivation, you know what I mean?
So you saying that 9 years old, you knew this was what you was going to do?
My uncle, he could tell you, Baby Glenn, my uncle Baby Glenn, he asked me what, because I was always a big kid, you know what I mean? He like, you want to play football, basketball? Like, nah, I'm going to be a famous rapper.
Okay.
So at 9, I had made up my mind, like, that's what I wanted to do, and that's been on my journey for over 20 years. You know
do you get
mean?
the Biggie, comparison?
We was leaving the Brooklyn Deli up here at the Sheraton Hotel in downtown Brooklyn, and some bum guy on the street. We walking out. He say, "Hey, you like Biggie?" He say, "Thank God. I always wanted to meet him in person. I got a chance to meet him." So anybody ever tell you look like, you know what I mean? So I get that a lot.
You get that a lot.
A lot. You know what I mean?
So still go? Wait, okay. All you have to do is tell them, like, you should have just let me go out there. I would have just...
Yeah, you rock.
Listen.
I can hear them in the background, but go ahead.
Okay, so back to what we were saying. So, now that we're in the pandemic, how have you switched up how you do your music and how you go into different places now that, a lot of things are shut down?
I always had quarantine music.
Okay.
Because when you going through something spiritual, quarantine and consecration is two of the same.
Okay.
So I was already being consecrated by the Most High. He was already taking me off and dealing with me years prior to this, and I always stayed by myself and stayed quarantining away from everybody and just in my thoughts and in my prayers and my feelings, because I'm manifesting at its highest level. I'm starting to see the angel numbers, 444, 333, 555, 1111. You know what I mean? They got signs to them, so I'm dealing with the divine for real. So I've been in quarantine mode, you know what I mean? So.
And what makes you stand out from any other rapper? I mean, you independent and you already killing it independently, but what makes you stand out from the next one? What do you think makes you stand out?
What I know.
Okay.
I'm a man after God's own heart.
Okay.
Everybody ain't. It's one thing to talk spiritual, but it's another thing to live it and be obedient and be disciplined, you know what I mean?
Okay.
And that's one of my battles, you know what I mean? Just being disciplined and obedient and just, you know what I mean? Not dealing with the flesh for real, like I'm dealing with the inner, you know what I mean? So I'm way more different than any other rapper because I'm angelic, you know what I mean? I'm real, I'm what you see is what you get, you know what I mean?
All right.
Ain't no smoke and mirrors, ain't no facades, ain't no, none of that. It's me.
Okay.
I mean,
and so you got an album coming out. What can we expect from the album?
Oh, man. Just a whole bunch of stuff. Emotions, love, pain, you know what I mean? Success, letdowns. Like, the album title called Look at God.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So you can imagine what that's going to sound like. You know what I mean? Look at God.
Amazing.
You know what I mean?
So if there was one last thing that you could tell the audience before we go, to look out for Mochavation, what would it be? Lasting impression, what would it be to the audience?
Just look out for motivation. I can't really say whatever it will be, you know what I mean? Because we don't know what tomorrow
Okay.
gonna bring, you know what I
Right.
mean? We gotta let the chips fall where they lay.
And where can they reach you on social media?
At Mochavation, Mochavation, Instagram, at Mochavation, Twitter, at Mochavation, Facebook, Mochavation Music, YouTube, The Real Motivation. If you don't know how to spell it, it's Mochavation. And that's Ebonics, you know what I mean? It's a self-proclaimed name, you know what I
Okay.
mean? So,
All right, before you go, every time I do an interview, at the end of it, I have my guests say their name and say, it's Code 31.
all right. Yo, it's your boy Motivation. It's Code 31.
All
You
day,
already
every
know.
day. Code
For real.
31 Media. Let's get it. You are officially done by Code 31.